So today I'm going to do an instructional video on how to syringe feed a guinea pig critical care. This is for when your guinea pig is sick, not eating, or just recovering from a surgery or whatnot. So first thing you want to do is get a bunch of syringes. I like to use 10 at a time. And I prefer these little guys, these 1 mils. One, it's much easier to stick the little thing inside a guinea pig's mouth, and I do 10 at a time, so I know I'm getting at least 10 mils of food in their mouth per feeding. So what I do to start is cut off the ends of the syringe, just like so. And then what I do is just stick a pen or something that you've got in there and kind of open up that hole a little bit better. And then you also just want to make sure there's no sharp edges or whatnot on the syringe that's going to cut the guinea pig's mouth. This also works for rabbits. So once you've finished cutting off all the tops, I will now show you how to mix the food and start feeding the pig. And if you find that some of the edges are kind of rough or sharp, you can just use a little nail file and file them down so that they're smooth. Okay, so once you've got all your syringes all done, then what you're going to do is take your critical care and a spoon. I like to put it in like a little small bowl. And I usually, per feeding, I do this, so I'm not wasting a lot. I usually do just about the end of the teaspoon like that. And then what you're going to do is mix it with 3 teaspoons of water. Like so. And give that a mix. And to me that looks really, really runny, so I'm actually going to add a little bit more critical care. So once you finish putting the water and the critical care in the bowl, you can mix it, and you want to kind of just get the consistency to look something like that. Not too thick, not too watery, just kind of like a thick soup or something. So once you're finished getting that to the consistency that you're happy with, you can start putting it in the syringes. So I like to pre-prep mine all to get it going. It's just easier to feed the pig that way. So you can start sucking up the food, filling the syringe. And the reason why I like to fill up 10 at a time is so that I'm not fiddling around trying to do this one-handed when I've got a guinea pig in my other hand. I just find it makes a whole lot easier. Plus, then you can also count how many syringes you've actually got into the guinea pig. Sometimes pigs can be very stubborn and not want to eat. So there's a lot of fighting, you know. But yeah, most pigs don't mind eating it. So as you can see, I still have lots left over, even though I only used a little 1/4 of a teaspoon heaped. So there's all my syringes. I'm ready to feed my pig, and I'm gonna go get her. Okay, so here's my sick pig, and what I also like to have on hand is a wet face cloth. Not only I can clean my hands, but then I can clean up her chin and whatnot, because it does get very messy. So I like to have the preloaded syringes, a glass of water, my rag, and then what I do is just grab a very thin, kind of like a burp cloth for a baby or something, and you just want to wrap the guinea pig. Let's see if I can get this. Wrap the guinea pig just like a little burrito. So I'm just gonna wrap her like so. Okay. This kind of puts a little bit of a restraint on the pig, and obviously she's content just sitting there like that. So now that I'm got everything prepared, I can start syringe feeding her. So grab a syringe, and I like to personally do it up here. It does hurt my neck sometimes, but you kind of have to hold your thumb kind of in the back of their head, because they will not like getting force fed and try to fight you on it. So just put the little syringe in her mouth. There you go. So I like to give them a few seconds to chew their food before I give the next syringe. Once she stops kind of chewing, then I can give the next one. You want to go slow though, like you don't want to go too fast where you're going to choke them or put it down the wrong tube or something. And then in between every 2 and 3 syringes of food, I will also give a syringe of water. Just help them extra hydration. And it gives them a little bit of a rinse. Good job. Just nice and slow. So just continue doing that until all 10 of your syringes are done. If she's not fighting too much, I will continue to feed the rest of the bowl that I have. As long as I get at the minimum 10 mils in her per feeding, then I'm happy. That's quite a significant amount. I mean, the more is the better. So if you can manage to get 15 to 20 in her, that's even better. Hey, good girl. As you can see, it's getting kind of messy around her little chin, so I just like to clean it up a little bit as I go. Some more? Good girl. Good job. Some pigs love critical care. You can just feed it right off the spoon. Most, in my experience, don't like it. She's not too bad. Just a little bit more water when she's done chewing. Nice and slow. Okay, we have 4 more. This is why I like to have my thumb at the back of their head, because they push back a lot, and that just kind of gives me a little bit more leverage, I guess. Good girl. Hey. Good girl. And some more water. Good job. So depending on how sick your guinea pig is, you need to do this at least every 3 to 4 hours if they're really ill, including in the middle of the night. And if they are eating somewhat on their own and you're just supplementing, you can just do a couple of times a day. You just want to really monitor how much food they're actually getting into their system. Good girl. Okay, last one. Okay, so once it's done, just take my face cloth. You see, she's got, oh, she's not going to let us see it. A very messy face. So I just like to, clean them up a bit. Which they don't like. And then you can let her out of her little burrito. And that's it. How to feed a guinea pig.